back to Channel 12 Nightly News. I'm Anita Anchor, and tonight I'm sitting down with CEHS Ambassador candidate and all-around lovely person, Evan Verana. Good evening, Evan. How are you doing today? Such a pleasure to have you here. So my first question for you is, why would you like to be a delegate for the College of Education and Human Sciences? I would like to be an ambassador for CEHS because I am so passionate about this college and my future profession. I never in a million years thought I would end up going to UNL. In fact, I didn't want to end up going to UNL. I thought I wanted to be far away from home, and I thought UNL was way too big. But after applying to 13 different colleges and universities, yes, 13, and visiting most of them, deciding where to continue my education was proving to be an extremely daunting task. After visiting UNL, mostly to please my mother, and meeting with the people at CEHS, I truly felt cared about, and I felt like I was more than just a number. Although I still had some thinking to do about where I wanted to go to college, the people I met at CEHS that day made my decision so much easier. I knew CEHS was going to become my future home, and I would love to be an ambassador so I could share my story and help other indecisive students, such as myself. I also believe that being an ambassador is an absolutely phenomenal leadership opportunity. I think being an ambassador for CEHS will allow me to grow as a person and meet some wonderful people in the process. I love helping people and forming meaningful interpersonal relationships, and I do believe that being an ambassador will allow me to do this on a regular basis. Now, what personal qualities would you bring to this position? Well, I possess many personal qualities that I believe would be really beneficial in this position. I'm extremely personable. I love meeting and interacting with people, especially those who are different than me. My experiences studying abroad and working at Lincoln Literacy have proved to be invaluable in contributing to my ability to have a conversation with anyone, even if they don't speak my language. This skill will help me work with people and convince people who are different than me that UNL can become their home as well. I'm also an inherently positive person. I always look on the bright side of every situation, and I try to make every situation fun. In fact, my task this winter was to only think and say positive things about winter, which proved to be a difficult task, especially when I was walking from Harper Hall to the Temple building. I really had to dig deep for some of those. But this quality will prove to be extremely beneficial as an ambassador, as there will probably days when I have to be positive when I may be not feeling up to it. I am also incredibly empathetic and able to put myself in others' shoes. This will help me when talking to prospective students, as I will be able to see things through their eyes in a way, and talk about the things that CEHS and UNL possess that they'd be most interested in. This skill also helps me when working on a team. The fact that I'm very empathetic helps me look at things from everyone's perspectives, and I become great at diffusing potential conflicts. Finally, I just love to have fun. I love to be a goofball, and I love to laugh at myself, and I just thrive working in team settings. And I also like to work hard and stuff. Wow, those are some wonderful personal qualities, Evan. Why did you choose your major? Well, growing up, I always wanted to be a teacher. My mom's a teacher, and much of my extended family also teach. But I went through a period of time where I attempted to think of any other career possibility besides teaching, solely because I wanted to make more money. But ultimately, I decided that teaching is where my passion lies, and I'd rather be doing something that I love than making a lot of money. I specifically chose special education because I have a cousin who has Down syndrome, and I've always been so inspired by her positive outlook and her zest for life. She makes me want to be a better person, and I want to help kids like her while also becoming a better person in the process. I chose family and consumer sciences as well because I couldn't decide between family and consumer sciences and special education, but also because I love the idea of teaching students skills that will help them in the real world. My high school involvement in family and consumer sciences education courses and its career student organization, FCCLA, or Family, Career, and Community Leaders of America, changed my life and ultimately made me who I am today. I want to give that experience to another student or multiple students. My fourth question for you is, what are your career goals? My career goals are to complete my undergraduate degrees in special education and family and consumer sciences education, and then I want to just teach for 2 years at whatever school I get a job at, or do Teach for America for 2 years, and then I plan on teaching abroad. Don't know how long, we'll see. And after my return, I plan to pursue a master's degree in educational administration. I hope to create lasting, meaningful relationships with my students and make a true difference in their lives. And I want every student that walks through my classroom door to feel like they matter. Interesting. Now, describe for me an exceptional experience that you had as a student in high school that you would like to share with a prospective student. Well, as I mentioned earlier, my participation in FCCLA truly changed my life. I served as a state officer my senior year, and I learned so much about myself and leadership. I got to travel the state and nation, meeting other student leaders, teachers, and government officials while promoting an organization and a subject area that I'm truly passionate about. I would not have had the confidence to even run for a state office had it not been for my family and consumer sciences teacher pushing me and believing in me. She reached out to me and took me under her wing. She truly went the extra mile for me and every student that was in her class, and I want to be just like her. And finally, how would you use your creativity and innovation to attract students to UNL and the College of Education in Human Sciences? Well, innovation and creativity are two of my biggest strengths. I love thinking up new ideas and putting them into practice. My parents will attest to that one, as they've seen some pretty insane school projects over the years. When I get an idea in my head, no matter how crazy it seems, I will figure out a way to complete it. I will use my passion for UNL and CEHS to think of ways to show prospective students why I fell in love with this campus and this college. Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for sitting down with us tonight. And that is all that we have for you. Stay classy, Lincoln.
I say I'm too late. Got nothing.